Hey, this is Pink Pantyhose, where comedy meets feminism. I'm your host, Naya, and thank you all for listening to my podcast. You can do anything with your ears. You can pierce your ears, you can clean your ears, but the fact that you're giving me your ears to listen to my podcast, I appreciate you. So today, we are talking about Pardison, Fontaine, Cardi B, and their song, Backin' It Up. First of all, shout out to them for getting 14 million views on YouTube in just 3 weeks. No achievement is too small. Shout out to y'all. So, the reason I wanted to talk about this song is that I am pro male allyship when it comes to the feminist movement. And I just love this song so much because it's uplifting to women. Now, don't get me wrong. I love shaking my ass, popping that pussy for a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Juvenile, Back That Ass Up is one of my pump up songs. So is Booty by a Black Youngster. I was just playing it the other day in my classroom with my students. And I was giving them directions while twerking and singing the song at the same time. So I love dancing and all that, but it's just nice to hear a man, especially a black man, talk about a woman in a positive manner. So I first learned about this song, Backin' It Up, on Instagram a few weeks ago. Cardi B gave a shout out to Pardison, Fontaine, and was like, yo, this my homie from back in the day. He knew me before I had a deal, something along those lines. So I was like, okay, if you cool with Cardi B, you cool with me. So I checked out the video because any song that Cardi B is featured on, I'm going to listen to. Shout out to Cardi B. I am such a huge fan. Her birthday just passed. I'm just saying. Anyways, so I listened to the song and I instantly fell in love with it. It was just so dope. I vibed with it. First of all, it's pro women empowerment. Fun fact, I love Verified, the videos on YouTube and Facebook with the yellow background where artists, they interpret their lyrics. And I found out with the video, first of all, Pardison, he records via his MacBook and a microphone in his bedroom, real humble. The song was inspired by conversations he had with other men and how men just take nowadays. Cause he'll talk to his guys and be like, nah, I ain't giving her Uber. Nah, I ain't buying no food for her. And he said something really dope in the video. He said, women, they dope. They doing their thing. They just allow us to be part of their lives. And when I heard that, I was like, ooh, I need to quote that. And I actually wrote that quote down. I was like, yeah, man, I allow y'all in my life. But yeah, it was dope how pro women empowerment it was. And then how the song made sense. In the era of mumble rappers, it just seems like cohesiveness is just out the window. Now, when I was coming up, and I don't want to sound like those hip-hop heads, those old heads, like, this ain't real music. But at least when I was coming up, there was nasty music for sure. But at least it was cohesive. There was a theme with the music. Nowadays, it's just rhyming to music. And niggas is just displaying their illiteracy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, dang, can you go read a book, expand your vocabulary? You making money off of basic rhyming? I ain't trying to hate none of that whatsoever, but why are we just endorsing this? And then also, Pardison is just poetic with his bars. I was just feeling it. And then from the lyrics, let's get down to the lyrics. First lyric from the jump, he's like, let's get it straight, girl. You don't need a nigga for nothing. Oh my gosh, Pardison. Why? I promise he made this song for me, y'all, because I'm slowly but surely unlearning that I don't need a man for anything. I want a man. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need one. Like, my livelihood, my happiness is not based upon a man being in my life. Like, I don't need him to pay my bills. I've been doing that straight. Been paying my bills on time. I don't need him to take me shopping, even though it'd be nice. Because I've been tricking off my money at Akira. That's my new weakness. My baby weakness. And it'll be nice to have someone to take out the trash, rub on my back, send freaky pictures to, you know, my sexy panties, you know. But he probably says that from the jump, you don't need a nigga for nothing. And time again, in my life, only niggas that's been holding me down, my brother, my dad, and my cousin. Besides that, I got a couple good guy friends, but pretty much I've been holding myself down. And I got some good women friends too. Then the next verse, he's talking about claiming he don't got a girl. You know niggas be frontin'. Pardison. Why are you putting these guys on blast? But for real, guys be lying. And just let me know from the jump. Like, if you want something casual, let me know. Don't have me out here looking stupid. I remember that phrase people would say, oh, you want your cake and eat it too. And it took me forever to understand that phrase. Like, oh, cake is meant to be eaten. But then they said, you want to eat your cake, but you also want to keep it. And I was like, oh, I get it. But what I usually say is you want your cake and your ice cream, because when you at a birthday party and you lucky if you get cake, like, oh gosh, a cake. But then if you get ice cream too, you got it made. So that's what I think of, like, guys who want multiple women in their lives. And that's cool if you want that, but be 100. Communicate that. Because I'm kind of, maybe because my dating life, I've been thinking about, not for myself, but I'm starting to take seriously polyamory. And I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I'm more understanding of it as I'm maturing, that maybe monogamy isn't the best thing, like owning people, so to speak, like you feel obligated just to be one person. But the key with polyamory and other cultures who steer away from monogamy, communication. And with other cultures outside the U.S., they treat their partners equally. For example, I remember, and this may not be the best cultural reference, but whatever. But I'm a big Sister Souljah fan. Shout out to Souljah. I love her so much. She's my role model. And she had a book called Midnight, A Gangster Love Story. It was about a young man in the late 80s, early 90s, who moved from Sudan in northern Africa all the way to New York City. I think it was in Brooklyn. And how he was saying in his home country, like, yeah, a man, including his dad, had multiple wives, but every wife got a house. Every wife got cattle. Every wife got their kids taken care of. In the States, you got the wife, you got a girlfriend and a side hoe, and they get different treatment. Like the wife get the house, get the kids, get to be shown off. The side chick or side hoe, they get some dick or something, and then the girlfriend, she'll get a gift or two or something like that. And you just gotta treat all of them the same. Now, if you want multiple girlfriends or multiple women in your lives, you just gotta take care of them and give them all their needs. I'm just saying. But yeah, anyways, and then he said, you don't need a woman coming up to you. Something like that. Oh, this is the exact verse. You don't need no bitch coming up to you as a woman. That stood out to me because I currently work at a high school for a nonprofit specifically to mentor high school girls. I've been doing this for 2 going on 3 years, and girl-on-girl violence is very real. And just so many girls just fighting over boys. Not all girls. Some girls, they got some sense. And I'm not going to front like I never tried to fight over a boy. You know, I had low self-esteem. And in our heads, we think that that boy is all that we have. Like, no one taught us that you're more than what attention guys give to you. And the girls coming up to you, I wish we would stop fighting over guys. I wish that anger that you have for another woman, y'all all just come together and jump the guy. I'll never forget in high school, this girl who I really didn't like, she said something really deep. She said, don't try to fight another girl over a boy, because chances are she don't even know she the other woman. Now, the school I work at, the school is small, and to my knowledge, some of the kids be knowing that they be messing with somebody else's man. But I mean, at the end of the day, he still know what he doing 100% of the time. Especially messing with advisory sisters. Like, dang, you couldn't mess with 2 separate girls on 2 separate sides of the school. You couldn't mess with someone from a different school. Y'all live in the city. It's not like when I was coming up where we lived in the suburbs. You didn't have a car. Like, you only mess with someone at your school. Y'all live in the city. Y'all could easily hop on the bus or the train and go talk to somebody else from another school. But what is logic? Who needs that? Who needs faithfulness and honesty? Blah. And then a verse that melted my heart when Pardison said, you too pretty to be paused on FaceTime. Ugh, that was just so romantic, because you hear so much stuff like, baby, I'm gonna fuck you like this, I'm gonna do you like that. But just, I miss the days where guys were a little more innocent. They were a little more grateful. Like when they got butterflies in their stomach and they got excited just seeing you dress up and just being in your presence. And, oh, I got to hold a hand, and, you know, I was nervous being around you. I don't want to say nothing stupid. Oh my gosh, I miss those days. So it's just, yes, women, we want to be admired for our inner beauty. So for every time, and I'm going to put any guys on, for every physical compliment you give to a woman, you have to give her 2 inner beauty compliments to counteract it. Because we got guys telling us we beautiful all the time, but we feel like they just saying that just to say that, just to give something, or they just see us as for our exterior. But just to hear that, like, man, you too pretty to be paused on FaceTime, and that means a lot, especially for someone, for myself, like guys, and just they be like, you're so pretty, why are you dating online, or why are you single? Like, I don't know. And it's just what people saying versus what the universe is doing don't be matching. So it's just nice to hear a guy genuinely say, like, you too pretty to be paused on FaceTime. And then he said, you want more than just physical. It's been a while since you met someone original. So true. So many guys want to get their toes tickled. And what blows me is that they don't put any effort. You can at least buy me some dinner. You can at least send me some food. You can at least buy me something, like some clothes, a fit. Do something. Make yourself attractive enough so I can want to have sex with you. I'm not just talking about physical, like physical attraction, like get a crisp line in, have some fresh ones. Like, nah. I mean, I do love some nice waves, though. I'm not going to front. But make yourself attractive. Do something attractive. And especially when guys want to get physical and they barely got dick. Like recently I was fooling around with somebody and he was tall, but he only had 6 inches of dick. I'm looking like, dang, that's it. Where's the rest? And I say this out loud, but I was thinking, I was like, dang, that height went to waste. Like, baby, why you not proportionate? And then find someone original. Because so many guys, this guy included with the 6-inch dick, he was like, you can't hurt everyone that's around you. And guys just tell me, like, not all guys are the same and blah, blah, blah. But they turn out all being the same. And I feel if you're really a nice guy, you're going to show me how nice of a guy you are versus tell me. And that's what Pardison means about someone original. Someone who's 100. Who's gonna back it up for real? I'm the king of talking shit by backing it up. And I'm, for myself, someone I think of original, someone who's poetic, write me a poem, or someone who buy me some flowers on the first date. I know that's not original, but it's just not as common. And just be mentally stimulating. Like, I'm feeling this guy at one of my job sites, and he talks about reading books, and that just caught my attention. Like, wow, oh my gosh, really? And I think he feeling me low key. Well, we'll see, y'all. We'll see. But anyways, it's just someone original who want to stimulate your mind and see you do well. Not just the same old, you pretty, let's kick it, I'm not like other guys, blah blah blah. And my dream for original guy is I want him to make a gag gift. I want him to make a manual about me. Kind of like the book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Like, if you give some Nutella to Naya, that's what the book's going to be called. And it's just going to be a handbook about me. Like, Naya likes her strawberries cut in half. Like, she can't eat a whole strawberry. I just don't like whole strawberries. That's too much sweetness. Or she loves Nutella. And she loves glitter. And she prefers to have 2 pillows. And she's kind of messy. And she loves almond milk. I'm always making these food references. You can tell I'm hungry. But she loves stuffed animals. Just a whole bunch of things to do that. And then he was like, drinking wine in a living room. All that good pussy, can't find the one to give it to. Yeah, I don't drink wine. I love some cranberry juice. And I just relate to that verse because, you know what, I'm not as sexually talented. I'm not gonna front, but my pussy got potential. And it's super moist. Like, yes, this good pussy just be at home. I'll be waiting for someone to send some freaky pictures to, show them my unmentionables, you know, my little lace, your digs, my little lace thongs and all that stuff. And I ain't got no one to show it to. And then when you think about sending it to somebody, he say something stupid like, dang, just dried up everything. But just sitting at the crib like, dang, I wish I was cuddled up with somebody. But it take time. Like, I wish I could have another friends with benefits, but guys just stupid. They just stupid. Now, my only critique of this video and this song is when Pardison said, fuck a condom, I'm gonna buy saran wrap, I don't want that pussy to go to waste. Okay, pause. So, as a former sex educator, I used to volunteer and teach high schoolers about healthy decisions, specifically related to STIs and teen pregnancy. And young people are very ignorant about sexual education. I've been ignorant myself. And being an entertainer, I know it's a lot as a rapper to want to be a role model, but at the end of the day, you got influence. And there's young people who are going to think that saran wrap works and that they don't need condoms. But you do need condoms Saran wrap, you can use it for when you're performing cunnilingus, aka eating pussy, or you're eating ass. Ideally, get a dental dam, because I actually mentored 2 girls and they said they didn't know that you can get an STI from receiving head, like getting your pussy ate. Yes, you can, because it's an exchange of bodily fluids, but hey, it is what it is. That was my only critique. But in the verified video, he was saying he was just being poetic with it and artistic, and I get it. Trust me, I love it. And he was also referencing the movie Booty Call when a guy didn't have a condom, so he just wrapped his head in saran wrap. But yeah, let's be accurate. Any young person, get a condom or a dental dam. That's the safest way. And then the video, I love the chocolate woman in it. Just shout out to the brown girls. We don't get enough love. I'm not crazy that she has a fake butt, and the reason I know she has a fake butt because of the way it's shaped. I'm not hating on her, not whatsoever. It's just that fake butts are so common, and you could tell a fake butt because it looks like other fake butts through the circumference and the shape of it, and you can just tell when the booty real most times. But I will admit, someone who has dealt with body image issues, I get it. It's hard to have confidence, so do what you gotta do, especially if someone paid for you. You finesse somebody, girl, get it. Or if you worked hard for the money to get your surgery, do you? And then Cardi B, my critiques on that. Loved Cardi B. I will say I love her costume with the red, the 90s play with the little Kim. Yeah, I love a throwback. I'm from the 90s baby, hey. And I love how she started the verse with, and I was getting some head, something like that. What's the exact verse? Let me check it out. Reference it. She said, look, said I was getting some head, getting some head, ran down on a bitch, she almost pissed on her leg. Cause I love that song by Shauna. I was getting some, I was getting the kind of girl to make your jaws fall. Oh my gosh, I love that song. Back in the day. You always love the music you grew up on. And then I loved when she said, want to chill with the beef and get some chicken instead. I love that because Cardi B is always about her money, and she's just not with the violence. Like, she just want to chill and get her coin and take care of her family. But people be coming at her crazy. They act like hating on Cardi B is a lucrative side hustle. You make no money from hating on Cardi B. Cardi B gonna be great. And then when she said, Cardi B, bad bitch, those is fucking synonyms. I love wordplay. And I just love her confidence. So I'm all pro poetic punchlines and all that. And when she said, still in the bank making deposits, because it kind of played off of Bodak Yellow. I be in and out the bank so much I know they tired of me. And she was perfect for this song because she was the queen of talking shit and she backing it up because that's what she really doing. I would say I would want to see more growth in her because my favorite verse from her is the G-Eazy song No Limit. So that's my standard of Cardi B. And I know you can't always deliver like you did in your past art forms, but I just felt like she didn't go her hardest. She did have some good verses in here, but I would have wanted something more mentally stimulating. And being that this video came out the same weekend she got in a fight with Nicki Minaj, I'm pretty sure the song was written way before the fight, and she didn't know she was getting into a fight with Nicki Minaj. But I just would have liked if Cardi B uses hip-hop more to fight people versus trying to fight them in the streets or rant on Instagram. Like, use your words to get back at people. Like, make people say, "Oh, fire!" Like, just wow people with your verses. But nonetheless, I'm still proud of Cardi B. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even know about this song. But thank y'all all for listening to my podcast. And once again, shout out to Pardison, Fontaine with the male allyship, supporting women, and reminding us of their worth. And let's continue to support artists with uplifting messages, because supporting artists who produce and create uplifting music, that will give them the confidence to continue to do it. But a portion of the reason why artists make shake that ass music is because that's what y'all want, that's what y'all get excited about, not the uplifting stuff as much. So let's make sure we support more music by all artists that is uplifted. But thank y'all for listening to Pink Pantyhose, where comedy meets feminism. I'm your host, Naya, and much love to y'all.